Now here's part 2. Now remember, what I've read is linguists have tried and decipher the language. They can't do it. So that tells me something. It also looks like it was done in ink. And whatever did this did not make any mistakes, because unless they could erase the ink, and I don't see any eraser lines. And here's I don't know what it is. It's just weird looking. It looks like a woman's head sticking out, and there's something else there. I don't know what that is. Interesting though. And this one is another circle with the sun in it. We have a man holding a plant up. And all of it's written. No mistakes on that one either. Then we have this plant. I don't know if any of these plants are from here. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know what that is. Now, here's where we have the woman again. You can tell because she's got rosy cheeks. And she is standing in something, and something is coming out of this orifice. She got a hand in it. See, and here's another strange thing. What looks like to me is that there's another woman, and there's another woman below that. And as we go down, there's somebody else, another woman with her hand out, and another woman, and animals down here. Well, what it looks like is that whoever wrote this wrote it in. Drew the pictures first and then wrote it, and there's no mistakes on this page. I mean, no corrections. Let me put it that way. The artist could see in green, and in blue and yellow and brown. Now, which leads me to wonder if this person was colorblind or monochromatic or completely colorblind. And now we have a center. Looks like a fish or something, and all these women are surrounding it, and they're holding up a star each. And here's the one with the woman ducking out of here. There's a bird ducking out of there. There's something on this one in the corner, and there's another bird sitting here. And then of course all of the writing is in between, but notice on the writing too, there's no corrections. It looks like ink to me, but there is no corrections. Whoever drew this did not screw up on their calligraphy or their drawing, which is odd. I've never seen a hand-done ink-drawn deal where they haven't screwed up. Here's another plant. The gentleman, like you can see the roots. I've never seen roots like that. It has green, blue, and red in it, from what I can see. Here's another part of the manuscript, and of course it has numbers up in the corner, but those numbers were put there by someone who was trying to catalog the pages. Here is one of the pages. It's a fold-out page, and we have the plants, and for some reason we have these circular containers up here. And they're all done in green, blue, dark green, and brown, and some red. And as you can see here, I've never seen a root system like that in my life, or a bundled system where the leaves have come out from. And if these are leaves, maybe that is photosynthesis. So wherever this was taken, they had a sun. But it appears that there is no mistakes. The picture was drawn and the words drawn around it. Same here. There's 3 different worlds, or 3 different something or other. Then of course we have this one, which is really interesting. The center shows, I don't know, I have no idea what this is. It's a neat mystery. And here we have another weird plant. It looks like the roots are maybe from water. This is a weird root system, and that's the even weirder root system on this one. Now here we have, I don't know why the fascination with the young maidens. Now we can tell it, this picture of a woman, she's not an old woman, and she's not sickly, and she's sitting on a bench with her feet in something blue. They use blue and green. I'm not sure which one's water or not. And she has her hands in these tubes, and she doesn't seem too upset about it. But look at her. Why would they have a completely naked woman with a headdress on in this absolutely weird setting? That's odd to me. Unless they're supposed to have that on for some reason. And then we have some more of the writing. And that writing, it looks, it's really weird because it looks so close to something, but it's not. This could be written from right to left, left to right. It's all written so that we can read it. I mean, it's not written up or down or sideways or in circles. So whatever wrote it could be in a form like us. Here is some more plants, and here's some more of the weird looking, all different looking containers or something. And this is coming out of the bottom of the center of the one picture, and it's, if we could put ourselves in the mind of the artist and what he was thinking, all this it'll work itself out. But the linguist of today, and here's that woman again, she's got both her hands in this thing, and there's water down here. Milky Way. Here's another strange plant. Almost looks like the guy's a botanist and he's studying living things. Here we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 women up here. We have another woman getting into it. And look where their hands are. Their hands are all on their hips for some reason, but not down here. But they're all connected. And here we have the same thing. All the women have the hands on their hip, and they all have headdresses on, or the same hairstyle. Like I said, I'm looking for patterns. This, I like this one. This shows a center of an animal with a name on it, and outside that center is all these women holding stars. What look to be like stars, maybe they're flowers, who knows. And this is the same thing, but it's a different center piece. And this shows a man and a woman. Looks like normal people. Here's the writing. I'm going to try and decipher it. Here's more of the pictures. This one is weird. This has, okay, this has 5 women in it, okay? Now the other pattern had 7 women in it, and this has 5 little nodules. Alright? And you have 5 women, and they're connected with this blue thing, again, to something with another woman in it. And these women all have their hands on their hips. Here's another strange plant. Now this was another page. Now we have the same type of object. We have 7 of these barrel cylinders. And there is something going over here. I've seen another page of it, but I can't get a thing of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 barrels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 women. And they all have their hands on their hips. There's something blue going into the green. And then it goes, the green or blue goes out somewhere. Something. Here's another plant. But why would the guy go to all this trouble with the making the plant, and half of it they just left not done? Maybe they couldn't see that color. There's just barrels again. And I hope to get a book on this so I can just study the pages, and no one's figured it out, so it's just a great mystery to look at during winter, I think. And the linguists haven't figured any of this out. And all these women, they look generic. They're all young women, and they look healthy. That's a pattern. Let's see. And here we have the same type of something or other on top, and it's feeding blue into this green with the women, and then we have the blue going down to another something, and then another. But I don't see too many men in this at all. So whoever, the guy was real interested in women. If it was a guy. This is when we can determine when it was done. And as you can see, the artist made a proximity of a man, but this could be anybody. So I just think that whoever made these pictures was not human. Maybe an explorer, a botanist, and they wrote it in their language. That's why we spent all this time trying to decipher it into our language, because we're so arrogant. And once we can put ourselves in the mind of the artist and calligrapher, then it'll all unlock like a Rosetta Stone. Okay, that's my take on it so far. I'll talk more when I get books. It's just a great mystery. I could be all wrong. Something to think about.